guys, Chad here from CNR Reviews. So, we've got the Kahr CW9. We have the Ruger LC9. We're going to be basically doing a comparison video, a feature comparison, and then also size comparison between these two. And how Ryan and I have set up our comparison videos is we like to do them per weapon instead of putting them all together. And that way you can pick the select weapons that you're thinking about buying. So, let's go ahead and real quick talk about the Ruger LC9. These are both subcompact 9mm, and the Ruger LC9 is a great gun. We've actually, I believe we just posted up a review of it. We fired 350 rounds through it, haven't had zero issues as far as firing goes. We did have the guide rod break on us within the first 100 rounds, but it was easily fixed. Other than that, you have a 7+1 capacity, 7-round magazine. It comes with one mag. It is a polymer frame gun, and you have the alloy slide. It does have some unique features because of it coming from Ruger. I don't know, Ruger likes to put safeties on everything. So it has an exterior safety right here. Up and down. Down is to fire. Up is safe. Other than that, it has a magazine disconnect, which means that if the magazine is not in the gun, trigger locks. The gun also has an exterior lock on it. It actually comes with a key. And back here, there's a little hole, and you can actually lock the trigger even with the magazine in. And that way, if you have some kids around or something like that, some little guys, and you do have a loaded handgun around, remember, it's your responsibility to keep it safe, you can lock up this gun. Other than that, it has the standard long double action trigger pull. Oh, and it is long. It's not a bad trigger, but it's by no means the best trigger out there. It does have adjustable front and rear sights, which are nice, and 3-dot combat sights. And it has 2 bullet indicators, one on the side of the chamber and then one on top of the slide that pops up when the round's in the chamber. So, those are the features on the Ruger LC9. Let's quickly talk about the Kahr CW9. It doesn't have many features. It has a 7+1 capacity, 7-round magazine. It only comes with one, and that is because this is basically the bargain Kahr. So you get one magazine. It does have combat sights on there. They're a little bit different than what some of you are used to, where you just have the basic line in the rear. You just have to meet them up. Other than that, no safeties, as you can see. You have a slide release here. Let's go ahead and show you. You just have a really nice trigger. It's supposed to be a heavy trigger pull, and it breaks really nice. As far as I'm concerned, the Kahr brand has got one of the best triggers you can get on any of these carry guns. Once you get used to the trigger, it is super accurate. So far, Kahr says there is a 200-round break-in period with these weapons. This gun only has 50 rounds through it so far, and in the first 50 rounds we experienced zero issues. We're going to be putting about 300 more rounds through it to make sure we get past that and still see how it functions. But after seeing it perform the first 50, I think it's going to just be phenomenal. Other than that, guys, size is a big issue when it comes to these carry guns, and a lot of people will overlook the Kahr CW9 and jump to the Kahr CM9, which is a smaller brother, because they think it looks so big. Especially when you have this long handle. I'm sure you guys are kind of seeing that. It's got this super long handle, especially even when compared to the Glock 26. Glock 26 has got this little chubby handle. And we'll be doing a comparison between these two, so check out that video. But I think a lot of people overlook it as a viable carry option because it does look so big. You have this long slide, you have this huge handle, and the only thing it's got going for it is its weight. It is really light. You're talking 19, 20 ounces fully loaded. And I want to say, actually no, it's not 19, it's probably 20 and a half, somewhere around there loaded for what me and Ryan were doing, messing around with the scale. And that's pretty light, especially when you compare it to the other bigger subcompacts in the category, like the M&P 9C, the Springfield 3-inch, and the Glock 26. So how does it compare to the LC9? Well, the LC9 is like 19 and a half ounces fully loaded, so you're within range of weight. Another thing to think about is, even though this looks so long here, if we line these guys up, and I'll try to do this so you guys can see on the camera. Let's do this. I don't know if you guys can see. Front one is the Kahr. The back one is the LC9. You can see the LC9 is actually just a tad bit longer. I don't know if that's just a, I mean, it looks like it's shorter because I think of the little indentation here. But the LC9 handle is actually longer when you have the extended base plate. Now it also comes with a flat base plate, so do you need the extended one? It's all preference. I put it on there because I like to have it on there and because it's going to mimic this more so. So the Kahr is actually a little bit shorter when it comes to the length of the handle. Now when you're talking about width of these two, they're going to be very comparable. They both have things sticking out of them. You have the slide release, a very large slide release on the Kahr. Then you have a safety here on the Ruger that sticks out. So I would say as far as width goes, they're going to be really comparable. The Ruger also is deceptively thinner because it tapers. So again, those are pretty similar. So we have the Kahr beating out the Ruger as far as lengthwise goes there. Let's check out slide length. And I think that is really important, especially when you're carrying. But again, everybody looks at the Kahr CW9 and goes, wow, it's so much bigger. Well, check that out. It's only about a 1/4 inch bigger. I mean, it's not much, guys. I thought that was super impressive when I was looking at them. And again, when I was in the store, I would have never thought that this gun was similar in size to the Ruger LC9. As far as price points go, let's talk about that real quick. The Ruger LC9 is going to run you anywhere between $350 to $400. Do not spend over $400 for this gun. If you're going to be spending over $400, you're going to be getting into an entirely different category, such as like the Glocks and the M&Ps and the Springfield. They're higher capacity carry guns. Try to find this gun for less than $400 if you can. The Kahr I paid $330 for on sale. I think I got a screaming deal, and I've seen these guys go from anywhere between $330 and $440. Again, this is the bargain edition of the Kahrs, so make sure that when you're looking, you try to find them for less than $400. They're out there, guys. If you go to a gun show and you see them for $440, do not buy them. Me and Ryan have both seen it. Go to Cabela's. They have them for $389. I happened to buy this one from the Sportsman's Warehouse. It was on sale. $330. I could not beat it. Phenomenal. Other than that, guys, so as far as price goes, they're super comparable. I will tell you, though, of the feature that I did talk about was that this guy, I had the guide rod break, and it doesn't come standard with a stainless steel guide rod. It comes standard with a plastic guide rod. I have since replaced that, but that's an additional $25 that you're going to be spending. Now, the Kahr comes with a nice, thick metal guide rod. I mean, it is a monster in there. So that is something to kind of think about. You're not going to have to replace that anytime soon. Other than that, guys, that's a real quick feature comparison and size comparison. The Ruger LC9, the Kahr CW9, they're both highly recommended guns. And so far, the CW9 has been flawless for shooting. Like I said, we're going to be putting at least 300 rounds more through that gun. This guy, we're done with our testing. It's been phenomenal, so check it out. And thanks a lot for watching. This is Chad from CNR Reviews. Have a good day.